Okay, welcome to Game 5 on Day 1 of the 2025 Para Ice Hockey Championships, National Para Hockey Championships here in Bridgewater, Nova Scotia at the Lunenburg County Lifestyle Centre. We are on Mi'kmaq, the ancestral and unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. Here we play and work and enjoy our lives. So we are on Game 5. We have a game between Saskatchewan and Ontario. Ontario is in the green jerseys. Saskatchewan is in the white jerseys. One being white and green, and one being green and white. Looking forward to a great game here.
Ontario gets the puck. Ontario. Nice pass by Ontario.
Saskatchewan's going to have their hands full with this game. Ontario showed a great first game.
Big hit by Ontario to Saskatchewan. But the Saskatchewan player moves on, recovers from it quite well. Both of these teams are looking for a victory.
That's right. First games that they both played in this tournament took a loss. Ontario against Manitoba and Alberta beating Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan player lost his stick there.
And we have
Ontario
the first penalty coming for the game. It's either a holding or a tee. I didn't quite see the ref's hand there. And that's going to go against number 12. Nope, 17 for Saskatchewan. 17. And that is Kyle Ringrose Hobbs from Saskatchewan. 2 minutes. Ontario going to the power play. And my name's Steve, and I'm joined here by Logan. We'll be calling the game for the day.
Ontario gets the puck. Looks like they're going to get a shot in. They did not secure the goal, though.
Alberta managing to clear the zone. Let's see how they can...
Team Saskatchewan member there loses a stick. Ontario recovers the puck again. Ooh, nasty fall there from Saskatchewan, but again, they recover quite well.
Great opportunity there by Ontario, and they capitalize on it.
First goal of the game.
Great initial save. I don't think the goalie's too happy with that one. He was tied up with the Ontario player. Leaving the net wide open, and Ontario able to walk in and easily take that empty net. 1:22 left. We'll see a replay here on that one. Brought in. Ontario doing a great job of controlling the puck. In front, little collapse, and just tied up. No chance for the goalie there.
Puck goes Saskatchewan side.
Saskatchewan goalie is Evan Fenrick from Saskatchewan.
Ontario looks to capitalize again.
And holding the puck for that one, stoppage of play. We'll get a face-off in their zone. 1:05 left in this penalty. Saskatchewan has their hands full dealing with this aggressive Ontario offense. I have a feeling that Fenrick is going to be tested on this game.
Puck gets shot over to the Ontario side.
And that'll be icing. Bring it back down. And that brings us back to 5-on-5 hockey. 12:35 remaining in the first.
Number 19 taking it from Ontario. Face-off goes to Ontario.
Long shot blocked by number 12, Brett Klassen from Saskatchewan.
Ontario looking to get another goal in on Saskatchewan.
Can't quite clear it. Now they do. But that's going to be all the way down, and looks like it's going to be icing again. I think Saskatchewan's going to really have to work on those clearing passes. I think that we're going to see a lot of the play down in the Saskatchewan end. And if they can use the boards a little bit better and just bank those clearing passes out so that they're not hitting the icing all the time, I think that's going to be play much greater into their favor. At least then give them a bit more of a reprise on their end.
Number 10 from Ontario taking this face-off. Big shot from Ontario.
What a great shot that was. You could tell from the reaction from Fenrick there that he didn't really get an eye on that until the last second. And it was a perfect high shot. Sledge It hockey netminders, it's a real challenge to get those high shots. And on your screen you can see the rosters for Ontario and Saskatchewan popping up on your screen there. And that brings us to a 2-0 game.
Ontario again being aggressive on Saskatchewan's side. Good save by the goalie on Saskatchewan. Right in the glove.
Yep, definitely a nice glove save there. And Ontario continues to test Fenrick, who will get in their workout.
Saskatchewan gets the puck. Ontario has the puck on the left side. Good pass by Ontario. Intercepted by Saskatchewan. Again grabbed by Ontario. Ontario goes in for the... Nope, not quite.
And that was a...
Good pass attempt there.
That was Riley's second goal for this game. Scored once in the first game as well.
Ontario makes another shot.
Good save there. Took it off the noggin, I think. I don't know if he got his hands in front of it or not. Little bell ringer. Good defense. See, that's a much better pass out. Clears the zone, but we're not going to get an icing on this one, I don't think. Well, we still might. And it'll come back. I was wrong. Better attempt, though.
We are back in the Saskatchewan zone for this face-off. Number 19 from Ontario taking this face-off. Good pass from Ontario. Another good pass. And a big shot in net from Ontario.
Again, right in the top corner. That is such a tough one to reach. It, on the glove side makes it a little bit better, but we're going to see that on the replay here. Great win by Ontario at the face-off. Good pass up top. And just floats it right over everybody, right into that corner. That is sharpshooting.
Ontario secures this face-off. Goes back to Saskatchewan's side. Another shot in that was intercepted by Saskatchewan's goalie.
And that sharpshooter shot from the point was from Osborne.
Ontario's coming up left side. Big hit on right on the face-off circle there. Ontario still playing aggressive. Here's pucks at the board. Flicks it over to the Saskatchewan side, sorry.
Yeah, Ontario continues to be the first to the puck and really control the play. And I think we're going to see that wear away at Saskatchewan throughout this game.
Ontario maintains control of the puck.
Good battle deep down in the corner. Comes out and Ontario's going to find it.
Another Ontario player. They always seem to be in the right places. Big shot by Ontario, but high.
And you'll notice that Ontario whacked that out of the air with their stick. It's one thing with sledge hockey is that you can raise your stick to play that puck up in the air, as long as it's not dangerous. And of course, all our players are wearing face shields, being low to the ground.
Ontario is looking for a pass. He just misses it. Big shot into the boards, just out of our reach.
It's good for Hubley from Saskatchewan there to go on those boards knowing he's going to take that hit. Still maintain puck control.
Back to Saskatchewan side now. Ontario's starting to get physical with Saskatchewan.
Yeah, a few hits there. Nice hit from Topping there. Certainly you can see their play develop. Ontario doing a lot better with the passing.
Ontario trying to secure it back on their side. Oh, here's a chance for Saskatchewan. Can they make a play? Back to Ontario. Oh. Saskatchewan throws it back over to Ontario's side.
Good aggressive check there down low. That was a great check, forechecking there from Saskatchewan number 6.
I believe this is the first face-off on Ontario's side this game.
I believe you're correct. Alex Clark there, a good independent forecheck. Just a little bump, really set it off. Got the puck down low and gave an opportunity right in the corner of the net.
Good opportunity for Saskatchewan.
Yeah, they're really going to have to continue to crash the net and really be aggressive down low. I think that's how they're going to, if they get those opportunities on Ontario end, that's how they're going to capitalize.
Back over to Saskatchewan's side. Good pass over to number 18.
That'll take the net off. Was a great pass across the ice, but goaltender was there and defense was coming in hot. And you can see our standings on our leaderboard there. We've got Quebec, Manitoba, British Columbia, and Alberta with the wins.
Number 10 from Toronto taking the face-off. From Ontario, sorry. Another shot attempt by Ontario. Saskatchewan hoping to make some ground on Ontario's side.
Nice clean check at 27. Regains control. And a nice check from 10. So far good physical checks from Ontario, but they're very clean and reserved. They're not over the top type checking. It's just a good, just enough to take the player off the puck and occupy them without being too aggressive.
Good pass attempt by Riley there, coming up to number 10. Coming around.
And a wraparound goal. That was very nicely done. Little backhand and tucked into that corner. Tough to come across the net for the goaltender there. See that on the replay. You'll see them just come around the net. Takes his time. Picks it up behind the net. And there was a little bit of a giveaway there. You got two defenders. Fenwick did a really good job of getting across, but just wasn't quite quick enough. And we're at 4-0. 5:18 to go in the first period.
Ontario gets the puck.
Ontario's goal scored again, number 12, Garrett Riley. Assisted by Travis Topping. Riley Topping at 5:18.
Saskatchewan getting the puck away from their net, sending it back into Ontario's side.
And that last goal was by Garrett Riley again from Brantford. Racking up the points.
Ontario getting icing, I believe. And that face-off is to be on Ontario's side.
Yeah, I'd like to see Saskatchewan win this face-off and at least get a good shot on net. We've got Maddox Miles in net for Ontario.
Saskatchewan fighting there at the net.
Just blocked. It's a good attempt, though.
Ontario gets control of the puck. Oh,
Hubbard keeps it
Saskatchewan.
in. Great individual effort. Sets it up.
Just out of our sight there at the front board. Saskatchewan. Ontario maintains control of the puck, sends it back over to Saskatchewan's side, but there's three defensemen to meet them. And it gets blocked by the defenseman. Ontario gets the puck, makes a shot in, but wasn't quite powerful enough. Kept pretty low.
Yeah, hard to tell whether that was a shot or a pass. Look for that Ontario player in the corner.
Off the boards.
Sometimes throwing that puck lightly down into the goaltender, though, will get you a rebound. It's not necessarily a bad idea.
Ontario maintaining control in Saskatchewan's side. Saskatchewan has an attempt here to gain back control. Ontario gets back control. Good interception by the number 6 in Saskatchewan. Good pass by Ontario to number 23.
Takes that long shot, flies high. Ontario looking very comfortable in that zone with that 4-0 lead. 1:45 left to play in this first period. Shots are 7-0 for Ontario.
Ontario maintains control. Tries to get it close to the net. Ontario keeping it on Saskatchewan's side. Big hit by Saskatchewan, number 6 there.
Yeah, Alex Clark opting for the physical play there instead of going straight for the puck, which is just fine. And Ontario is going to respond with a little physicality. So far, all the hits keep them clean.
Saskatchewan intercepts the puck.
Helby's got an opportunity here with 47 seconds left.
Good pass. And
oh, what a great opportunity by Saskatchewan. Created by my teammate, Owen Hubley from the Ice Storm. Saskatchewan is made up of multiple different provinces. And again, Hubley comes back, picks it up. 23 seconds left on the clock.
Saskatchewan looking to make a play. Coming up the left-hand side. But a big hit from Ontario into the boards.
And that puck in the corner is going to close us out of this first period. One last out of the zone. A good, strong first period by both teams. Saskatchewan showed a little bit of promise at the end there. I was really hoping to see a little bit more of a cohesiveness in the second game from Saskatchewan after their kind of devastating loss 15-1 in their first game from Alberta. Ontario has been very strong though, and they played a very controlled first period. So I'm Steve and I'm with Logan. We will see you in the second. Don't go anywhere.
At Shriners Children's, we're home to the world's leading pediatric orthopedic care. Because so many life-changing advancements start here. We provide access to the best doctors and never allow your ability to pay for services to compromise the care your child needs. We're the first place to turn for the most common or complex orthopedic conditions, home to possibility, and empowering kids to achieve the extraordinary. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
Our mission at the Shriners Hospitals for Children Canada is to really make the lives of patients and families the best that it can be and really lift up patients who need our services to fulfill the most optimal version of themselves.
We take care of all orthopedic problems in pediatrics, but we super specialize in really rare conditions and complex conditions that involve orthopedics and other specialties.
A lot of the patients that will come to the motion lab are surgical candidates. So the surgeon may be able to do a great plan with just medical imaging, with the clinical history of the patient and some observation, whereas the motion lab will bring real numbers that we can measure that the eye cannot catch necessarily. And so it allows us to be more precise in the diagnostic of the patient, and then it allows us to better plan the treatment.
Rehabilitation is not easy. It's a tough part. So when we do rehabilitation, we did the surgery. Now we have the tough part, moving with difficulties. And it's saying, okay, now you're gonna have to do something that you might not wanna do. So how do we make that enticing for a patient to do this? And when I see parents writing back and saying, going to physio is the best part of my day, I said, oh, we're doing definitely something right.
Without Shriners, I know my leg wouldn't be straight. And Shriners, it's really special because there's only 2 doctors that can do this type of operation. So I know I couldn't just go to another hospital. It was here or I wouldn't do it. So everything is super for me and the future looks bright ahead.
Shriners is incredibly unique because we take the time for our patients. We take the time to listen, to understand what their needs are. Our team in social services, we try and make it as simple as we can for our families. Families coming from out of province, having a greeter meet them at the airport, drive them to the hotel. We make sure that our families are comfortable in what they do and in their decision of coming to our hospital, knowing that our people are the best that you can have right now.
Yeah, this place is definitely like a family because they treat you very nicely here. They treat you like you're one of them. When you come in for like an x-ray, like, hey there Michael, you know, how are you? Yeah, everyone that works here definitely has positive attitude, always smiles on your faces. I know a lot of people here, I love them like a family.
You know, when you're a parent that has a child that's disabled, either wheelchair or has some disability, it's tough on the parents. And you know, when they come to the Shriners and they see other parents that have the same kind of child as they do, it's almost comforting in a way, you know, and they can exchange ideas. I can't tell you how many patients became friends from different backgrounds, completely. You know, French or English, it doesn't matter. Because they have the same kind of disability, you know, they become friends because they see each other in the clinic together. And sometimes we make sure to invite them at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, we make that effort, you know, so that these conditions, that these kids, you know, feel good and the parents feel great about that. And I think that that's something that we pride ourselves in.
During the treatment, when it's really hard on him because he goes through a lot of emotions, anxiety, we always have one nurse that comes to distract him, to play games with him. They bring their virtual goggles so that he doesn't think of the pain that he's going to go through. All these little details make the Shriners so special.
We cover a wide range from the molecular to the bedside of the patient. And that was the vision from the get-go. And I think the best example that this vision works is that this facility has developed a standard of care for 3 pediatric metabolic bone diseases. So those now are the treatments that are used throughout the world that were developed here at Shriners Hospitals for Children Canada. And I think it is unique because it has a very high-performing research center, which not all hospitals have.
We are becoming experts, and in certain cases we are identified as the leaders in North America in rare and complex bone-related disease. For certain, we have the biggest group of patients for osteogenesis imperfecta in North America. But that being said, we want to be identified as a leader in pediatric orthopedics so that when your kid has a rare disease or complex, it's obvious that you're going to come at Shriners. And we want to be the place in Canada. That's part of our vision.
Shriners is special because they have like the family kind of vibe. Here you're really going to have care, you're going to be informed, you're going to have support. That is really important. They are human here, not just nurses, not just physicians, not just doctors. They are human. They have human values, and this is what makes them different than others. The Shriners are really the one that has my heart.
What we offer children and families goes beyond clinical care. I'm just really grateful to work here because people from every department, everyone really has this passion of giving back, whether it's people who work in maintenance, in the kitchen, in audiovisual services, in research, in clinical, at the reception. Every person has a role and makes a difference. And when you see this teamwork and everyone coming together with their energies, everyone wants to make a difference in the child's life. And it's really obvious from this kindness and this motivation to do better. To me, this is what really makes the Shriners special.
casual with it. Center, center. Nice deep. Going. Man on, man on. Yep. I have no idea. Oh. Come on, Lucas! Oh. Yeah, dude. Man coming. At me. I think you know where it is. Oh.
Welcome back to our continued live coverage of the 2025 Pair Ice Hockey National Championships here in Bridgewater, Nova Scotia. Game 5, Ontario leads Saskatchewan 4-0.
Ontario takes the face-off, sends it back over to Saskatchewan's side. Good clean hit by Saskatchewan. Oh, good pass attempt by Ontario. Another good pass from Ontario. Ontario maintaining control of the puck on Saskatchewan's side.
And they capitalize with a goal. Very clean one there. Saskatchewan had a decent defensive style going in that one. They had a good box defense, but they were allowing Saskatchewan to come in a little bit too far. The wingers in that box defense really need to push out and put pressure on the Ontario players to take those shots from further away. That puts us at 5-0.
Number 6 from Saskatchewan on the faceoff. Saskatchewan takes the faceoff. Puck is center ice. Good clean shot by Saskatchewan.
Ontario goals, forward number 15.
Ontario gets control of the puck. Shoots it over to Saskatchewan's side. Big hit to the boards by that number 11 from Ontario.
And Haley Halick from Peterborough, Ontario, the defenseman, was credited with that goal. Nice low shot. Previous goals in the game, Fenrick's been challenged high. That one coming low. Just couldn't get a stop on
Saskatchewan
that
gets a shot in. It just stops at the Ontario goalie.
And that's the first shot on net for Saskatchewan. And the first challenge for Maddock Miles, handled it with no problem. Hailing from Midland, Ontario. Goaltender for Ontario.
Face off on Ontario's side. This is a good opportunity for Saskatchewan to take advantage of this.
But they lost that face-off, unfortunately, so they're going to clear it out of the zone. Good defensive play there.
Saskatchewan maintains control of the puck. Now Ontario.
Again, a good solid defensive play by Brett Klassen for number 12 on Saskatchewan's team. He is one of the players that is actually from Saskatchewan on that team.
T-bone was just called as a penalty, I believe.
Looks like that's going to be on Ontario, number 23, I thought I heard, for T-boning, but no, it's on number 2. That's Dylan Verburn from Strathroy, Ontario, taking that T-bone penalty.
First penalty for Ontario, I believe.
Checking in with that the front of the sled, which is a dangerous way to check other players. Checking is fully encouraged in sledge hockey, but not with the front of the sled. That metal part going in first due to the potential for injury. It looks like, not actually entirely sure what happened there and why they're coming out of the zone.
Face off there. Looks like Saskatchewan maintains the puck.
Whoops. Launching it over their own bench.
Number 6 from Saskatchewan taking this face off.
And that's Alex Clark, coming from the Atlantic provinces.
Ontario coming out the left-hand side. Trying to. Ontario looks like they're looking to get another goal. Good pass attempt there to number 10.
Yeah, Riley chose not to take that shot, really went for the pass instead. There was an open net and it was a great opportunity. You can see Ontario playing very calmly, well controlled, but they're not looking to rack up the score at this point.
Puck is just in our dead zone there. It's coming out of the dead zone to Ontario.
Nice long shot at 27 on Ontario, controlled fairly easily by Fenrick. Be held on. Get an opportunity to get some fresh players on the ice and have a face-off down in the Saskatchewan zone. So as I mentioned previously, we've got players from Atlantic provinces, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, from all over the place playing for the Saskatchewan team.
Number 33 from Ontario taking this face off. Never mind. Someone else is going to be switched in. Number 11. Ontario keeping it on Saskatchewan's side. Good pass to
1 second left in penalty, and we are back on 5-on-5 hockey.
Saskatchewan coming into Ontario's side. Good pass attempt to number 11, I believe. Ontario maintains the puck. Good pass to number 11 from Ontario. Just couldn't get a shot in.
Swafford from Ottawa, Ontario, number 11, the forward on the. Just couldn't find a handle on that one to get a good shot. Fenrick being tested again in net. Again, handling that comfortably. Holds onto the puck.
Face off Saskatchewan side. Good pass number 33, and it's in.
That was a great shot from the end there.
Right at that top corner.
That was number 33, Chad Stopa from Barry's Bay, Ontario. You're going to see that they win the face-off cleanly. And there's no one from Saskatchewan really going after the puck all the time in the world and just puts it directly in the net. Perfect spot, nice and high. As I've said previously, it's really challenging up high for those goalies.
There's a fight for the puck in center ice. Saskatchewan going to Ontario's side. They're into the boards now.
And that's Saskatchewan number 10, Calderola from Manitoba, fighting for that puck. What a great centering pass there from Saskatchewan. Just nobody home.
Another go into the boards there. Ontario and Saskatchewan racing to the puck on Saskatchewan's side.
Ontario's going to get there first, send it around the rink.
Saskatchewan coming into Ontario. Two defensemen. But it doesn't lead to a shot.
Dangerous pass right in front of the net. Ontario gets away with it.
Ontario pushes it back to Saskatchewan's side.
I have to say, Ontario with a 6-0 lead is very comfortable, but their play has gotten a little sloppy. I'd like to see them clean that up. Just because they have that lead doesn't mean that they shouldn't continue to play strong, effective, and efficient hockey. A couple great passes in front of the net there for Ontario. Saskatchewan's resetting their defense.
Ontario lines up a shot, and it's in.
Well, it was unfortunate. It was a decent play by the Saskatchewan defense. Just wasn't able to capitalize on that defensive block, leaving it wide open. See that on the replay here. Decent setup from Saskatchewan there. Bit of a box formation going on. Excellent pass into the zone, though. And then just the commitment from that defender. Went in with the stick. Would have liked to see them put their body in front of that a bit more instead of just going for the stick.
Ontario wins his face-off. The puck goes to goes back to Saskatchewan side. It's in the corner there.
Battle in the corner. Looks like it's going to come out.
It's going to come out. Seems to be for Ontario. Good pass to number 17.
Bit of miscommunication with Saskatchewan players there.
And a high shot from number 17. It's 18, sorry.
And the goalie will find it and cover it. Well done, Fenrick. Good eyes. So definitely seeing the Saskatchewan team a little bit challenged with the communication. These players have had probably only about one real practice as a full team before this tournament. Makes it really challenging. We've got some excellent athletes coming from all over the country here playing on the Saskatchewan team. But without that cohesiveness and that opportunity for the coaches to develop the team as a team, it makes it really challenging in a tournament like this when you've got teams that are practice all season together.
Ontario makes a shot. It was blocked by the Saskatchewan defense. Pass him front. Saskatchewan in the lead.
Great 2-0 opportunity.
Saskatchewan gets a shot. Oh.
So unfortunate that Clark couldn't capitalize on that and get it on net. And back the other way, open rink. He's going to get there first, which means there is no icing on this hybrid icing scenario. Ontario coming down in the behind the net. And capitalize again on that. Riley was just able to muscle his way in there on number 9, on Saskatchewan's number 9. Calder. Calder's been playing, as I said, he had that last one as well. Playing good defensive position, just not able to get his body in there and throw it around the way he could. Riley's a significantly larger player than Calder, but
number 6 from Saskatchewan is taking his face-off.
brings us to an 8-0 lead for Ontario. Shots are 14-1 in favor of Ontario. Just over 6 minutes left in this second period.
Saskatchewan. After the make shot there. Saskatchewan in Ontario's zone still, but secured by Ontario.
Good efforts by Easton Pelot there from the Atlantic provinces. Number 13 for Saskatchewan.
Play seems to be in the boards.
And it's held against the board, and it will be a face-off in the neutral zone. We'll get some fresh players on the ice. Saskatchewan definitely is showing some decent efforts. Again, I think if the each player recognized the strengths of the other players and had that opportunity to work together a bit better, they would be creating some more opportunities for some offense here.
Ontario makes an amazing pass.
Yeah, it was a nice pass across the ice by Stoppa. Nice little defensive touch out of the zone.
Little skirmish for the puck, middle ice. Ontario seems to have it now.
Yeah, as a player, when that puck gets under your sled, it is so challenging to find it.
It's coming up right side of the ice now for Ontario onto Ontario's side. Small pass from Ontario. Coming up the left side of Saskatchewan. into Saskatchewan zone.
And they clear it out, and that's going to be, they'll have to clear out of the zone and take their time, reset. Saskatchewan chooses to just shuffle it down the ice. And there's an offside there. They clear out, so no whistle.
Puck's on Saskatchewan side. Into the boards.
On the boards, fighting for it. Ontario's going to take a long shot.
High chip from Ontario.
Blocked by Brett Klassen from Saskatchewan, who is actually from Saskatchewan.
Ontario gets control of the puck again. Two defensemen on the number 3 from Ontario. But
Yeah, that was close to an offside, but linesman didn't call it.
Another shot from Ontario.
Great block there by Spencer McKinnon. Another Atlantic player playing for Saskatchewan.
From the boards on the Saskatchewan side. Clean body check by number 23.
Real chance there for number 8, Chambers. Sitting out in front of the net, camped out, nobody around.
Martin has the puck now from Ontario.
Great little pass in for Riley. I anticipate Riley's going to look for a pass for someone as opposed to taking it himself. Two of them out in front of the net, no defenders home. Leaving poor Fenrick out to dry on that one. 3-0. 2 minutes here left to play in the second. That will bring us to a 9-0 lead for Ontario. Really like the way Riley's playing like that, giving opportunities for his other Ontario players that may not get as many in front of the net opportunities to get in those positions, find the puck, and put them in the back of the net.
Ontario again maintains control of the puck. Going in for Riley. Riley shoots, but it gets intercepted by Saskatchewan, or pushed away.
Ontario goal scored by number 10, Travis Coffey. Assist by number 17, Hope Martin. And number 12, Garrett Riley. That goal was scored at 2:08.
Number 6, Saskatchewan's coming up their left side. Passing it to Ontario. It's passing to Topping. Intercepted by Saskatchewan.
The whole feel of the game has kind of slowed down a little bit, in my opinion. I don't know whether the Saskatchewan players are just really feeling that fatigue. Maybe both teams in that regard. Can also just be sometimes when the leading team that's up 9-0, if they start to slow their game down, sometimes it can lure the other team that really needs to be picking their game up. It can lure you into the same style of play, and I think that's partly what's happening here.
Good pass attempt by Ontario. Another good pass from Ontario. And a shot in, but too high. 45 seconds left in the clock.
Fenrick got that one, but again, You see an Ontario player camped out right in front of the net, uncontested. I want to see a lot more physicality from this Saskatchewan defense. I want them in there pushing. Especially for a defender in front of your net, it's going to be rare that you're going to pull a penalty from pushing away other players, and I want to see a lot more physical play from those defenders down low.
Number 16 from Saskatchewan in this faceoff. Good block by Saskatchewan.
That's what they call using your head there, Logan.
Big shot from Stampa, but it gets blocked by number 7.
Ontario able to keep it in the zone, but now Saskatchewan will clear it. Nice cross ice pass to Hubley. Oh, no time to do anything with it though. That will finish us off for the second period here on our 5th game, Saskatchewan versus Ontario, with a 9-0 lead, 16 shots to 1. Hopefully we can see Saskatchewan come out and pick up a goal or a couple more shots on net at least in this third. For now, we're signing off for this period. We'll see you in the third.
Our mission at the Shriners Hospitals for Children Canada is to really make the lives of patients and families the best that it can be and really lift up patients who need our services to fulfill the most optimal version of themselves.
We take care of all orthopedic problems in pediatrics, but we super specialize in really rare conditions and complex conditions that involve orthopedics and other specialties.
A lot of the patients that will come to the motion lab are surgical candidates. So the surgeon may be able to do a great plan with just medical imaging, with the clinical history of the patient and some observation, whereas the motion lab will bring real numbers that we can measure that the eye cannot catch necessarily. And so it allows us to be more precise in the diagnostic of the patient, and then it allows us to better plan the treatment.
Rehabilitation is not easy. It's a tough part. So when we do rehabilitation, we did the surgery. Now we have the tough part, moving with difficulties, and it's saying, okay, now you're gonna have to do something that you might not wanna do. So how do we make that enticing for a patient to do this? And when I see parents writing back and saying, going to physio is the best part of my day, I said, oh, we're doing definitely something right.
Without Shriners, I know my leg wouldn't be straight. And Shriners, it's really special because there's only 2 doctors that can do this type of operation. So I know I couldn't just go to another hospital. It was here or I wouldn't do it. So everything is super for me and the future looks bright ahead.
Shriners is incredibly unique because we take the time for our patients. We take the time to listen, to understand what their needs are. Our team in social services, we try and make it as simple as we can for our families. Families coming from out of province, having a greeter meet them at the airport, drive them to the hotel. We make sure that our families are comfortable in what they do and in their decision of coming to our hospital, knowing that our people are the best that you can have right now.
Yeah, this place is definitely like a family because they treat you very nicely here. They treat you like you're one of them. When you come in for like an x-ray, like, hey there Michael, you know, how are you? Yeah, everyone that works here definitely has positive attitude, always smiles on your faces. I know a lot of people here, I love them like a family.
You know, when you're a parent that has a child that's disabled, either wheelchair or has some disability, it's tough on the parents. And you know, when they come to the Shriners and they see other parents that have the same kind of child as they do, it's almost comforting in a way, you know, and they can exchange ideas. I can't tell you how many patients became friends from different backgrounds, completely. You know, French or English, it doesn't matter. Because they have the same kind of disability, you know, they become friends because they see each other in the clinic together. And sometimes we make sure to invite them at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, we make that effort, you know, so that these conditions, that these kids, you know, feel good and the parents feel great about that. And I think that that's something that we pride ourselves in.
During the treatment, when it's really hard on him because he goes through a lot of emotions, anxiety, we always have one nurse that comes to distract him, to play games with him. They bring their virtual goggles so that he doesn't think of the pain that he's going to go through. All these little details make the Shriners so special.
We cover a wide range from the molecular to the bedside of the patient. And that was the vision from the get-go. And I think the best example that this vision works is that this facility has developed a standard of care for 3 pediatric metabolic bone diseases. So those now are the treatments that are used throughout the world that were developed here at Shriners Hospitals for Children Canada. And I think it is unique because it has a very high-performing research center, which not all hospitals have.
We are becoming experts, and in certain cases we are identified as the leaders in North America in rare and complex bone-related disease. For certain, we have the biggest group of patients for osteogenesis imperfecta in North America. But that being said, we want to be identified as a leader in pediatric orthopedics so that when your kid has a rare disease or complex, it's obvious that you're going to come at Shriners. And we want to be the place in Canada. That's part of our vision.
Shriners is special because they have like the family kind of vibe. Here you're really going to have care, you're going to be informed, you're going to have support. That is really important. They are human here, not.
And we're back, hockey fans, with our live coverage of the 2025 Para Ice Hockey Championships. National Championships here in Bridgewater, Nova Scotia.
Ontario maintains the puck right off the bat.
And Ontario testing Fenrick right away. Actually, sorry, we do have a goalie change there. Tracy Arnold is now in net for Saskatchewan. My apologies. Let's see what Arnold can do for the Saskatchewan team.
Number 18 from Ontario taking this face-off. And Ontario seems to win the face-off.
And that was Aubrey Clements from Bowmanville, Ontario. Clean win on that face-off. Saskatchewan looking for a breakout pass here. Oh, it just falls a little short, but they're still going to clear the zone.
Saskatchewan and Ontario racing to the puck. Ontario gets to it first.
I really want to see Saskatchewan pick up the intensity for this third period. The last game today for them, being their second game in this round-robin style. They got to lay it all on the line. Put the intensity up to 120%. So unfortunate. You know, it was a great goal. No, nothing against Ontario there. I think it would have been nice to see a stop on that one, but that was a great goal. We'll have a quick look at this replay here. Brought in cleanly, and a good hit here. Good defensive play, goes for the body. But you see down low, they just left them wide open again. As I said, previous 2 periods, Saskatchewan's really got to box those players out.
And that is a icing penalty. Not penalty, sorry.
That'll bring us back down to the Ontario end. And you can have a look at us. I'm Steve, and this is Logan, my friend here. We mostly choose not to be on camera. And there's Ethan running the show for us on the IT.
Ontario immediately going back to Saskatchewan. And off the glove of the goalie.
That was a great save. Good position by Arnold there. Stayed calm.
Ontario seems to be picking up the pace a little bit this period.
Yeah, they had slowed it right down. I have a feeling that their coaching staff may have just said, look, guys, you need to keep the intensity going even if you're not taking shots. Don't need to rack up the score, but you need to keep your intensity and practice those passes.
There was a good pass attempt there.
batted away. Saskatchewan. Number 10, Calderola from Manitoba.
Another pass attempt to Ontario. And a good save from the goalie there.
Yeah, a nice low long shot looking for a rebound.
Good pass from Riley.
And they're searching for the puck, and it is loose out the back. Don't know that the goalie even saw where it went.
Good save by the goalie.
Pile up in front of the net. It's much better by Saskatchewan to collapse in front of the net there. Kept the Ontario players out of the area.
Saskatchewan has the puck now. Going to Ontario's side. There's a lot of defensemen there blocking Saskatchewan.
Yeah, it was a 2-on-5 in that case. Saskatchewan was looking for a change.
A one-on-one here on the Saskatchewan side. Saskatchewan shoots it up to Ontario's side.
And that looks like it's probably going to be an icing. Nope, it's waved off by the linesman. Grabbed it for the line.
A little bit of into the boards there.
Battle along the boards. Ref calling for them to get that puck out and get it out into play. Launched
Big
long.
Chip shot.
Good avoidance by the Ontario player to not get the offside call.
Ontario has the puck on their side now. And good passing on Ontario's part.
Yeah, they've been showing that all game. Their passing has been spot on. We saw that in their first game against Manitoba as well. The passing was very well done by Ontario. But they ended up with a loss in that one.
Another good pass for Ontario. A lot of passes for Ontario there, but it seems like Saskatchewan has control of the puck at the moment. Going over to Ontario's side, number 6. It's a 1-on-3. And they squeak it out past into the mid zone.
Not quite. Didn't quite clear the zone, which means Saskatchewan keeps it in. Another opportunity. Still can't clear out of the zone.
Saskatchewan looking to get their goal. A goal.
Yeah, shots on goal have been 20-1. They've only had one shot make it through to our goaltender for Ontario, Maddox Miles from Midland. Now we're down to 8:20 in this third period.
Ontario has the puck on Saskatchewan's side. Good pass attempt by Ontario. Saskatchewan has the puck now. Intercepted by number 17.
Yeah, Saskatchewan 13 kind of got away with a little bit of a tee there off the play.
Saskatchewan looks like they're in the boards. Ontario trying to get another goal in.
Good defense there by Calder for Saskatchewan.
Good pass by Ontario. And they score.
What a great shot from a tough angle. Just off of the red line there. We're going to see that on the replay. Just handles it. Passed out top, which was a great effort here. Goes right through and nobody there. Left all alone. Tough angle. Finds the back of the net.
Topping's taking the face off from Team Ontario.
Brings us to 11-0.
Team Ontario gets the face off, wins the face off. And a good pass up to number 12 for Ontario. But a good check by Saskatchewan. Nice clean check.
And I believe that'll bring Riley to 6 goals this game. Putting on a couple of assists as well.
Just a shot off the knee of the goalie there. A little fight for the puck in the behind the Saskatchewan net.
And Ontario comes out with it, a wide open, but nice block. Defender comes in just in time. Little well thought out noggin stop there by number 8. Big save right out in front. Great save there by Arnold.
They're in the boards now with the puck on the Ontario side. Play going behind, no, not behind the net.
Good defensive play there by Nolan Anthony, number 18 in Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan tries to get the puck to the Ontario side.
Saskatchewan caught on a change there, leaving some Ontario players wide open in their zone. Got away with it, clears the zone. Hopley turning on the Jets, coming up with the puck, making an opportunity for number 8, Calderola from Manitoba. Just can't connect with that one.
We're on the Ontario side now, number 8 and number 11 from Ontario, trying to get the puck. Saskatchewan really trying to get a goal in here. And
oh, that'll cause a shot, but that's a late touch on the goalie. You're lucky not going to get penalized for that. That was well after the whistle. It was a good interception by the goalie. Not really a shot directed to the net, but that's going to count. Brings us to shots 23-2 for your leaders in this game. Team Ontario with 11-0.
Number 18 from Ontario taking the face-off. And the shot was intercepted by Ontario.
Bringing us to the last 3.5 minutes. Here's a great opportunity.
Number 23 from Ontario. All alone and scores.
Yeah, it capitalizes on that. Didn't see a lot of effort from any defenders to get back. They kind of left Arnold out there to see what she could do with basically the equivalent of a penalty shot coming down there. Breakaway. And Ontario was able to capitalize on that one. That will bring us to 12.
Ontario puts it back over to Saskatchewan side.
Great lead pass there. Couldn't find it. It's one of the most challenging passes to receive in sledge hockey is coming from behind.
Good block by number 7 in Saskatchewan.
That's Spencer McKinnon, also from the Atlantic provinces. Pass up, but Hubley's going in for a change. Needs a break here in this last 2.5 minutes of play.
Team Ontario maintains the puck. Puts it back over to Saskatchewan side. Good pass from Team Ontario.
Great opportunity there, looking for that back door. Ontario had a player just sitting there.
Good pass by Chambers. It's really slowed down a lot.
Slow down a lot. These players are getting tired, and apparently so am I. It's a long day. These athletes have already done a full game. This is their second full game with only 1:20 left in this period. And fatigue is definitely going to play a big role as we get into days 2, 3, and 4 for these teams.
Ontario maintains the puck on their side with 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining.
Tournament is all this weekend. If you're in the Bridgewater area, come on out and see a game live. They are free to attend. Last minute of play.
Team Saskatchewan moving on to their side.
Ontario's just going to probably hold on to this puck. Keep possession. I've been very impressed with Saskatchewan's discipline, I must say. They haven't gotten frustrated. They didn't resort to dirty playing. As I say that, there's a little jostle at the net just to finish it off, just to prove me wrong. But overall, the play has been fabulous that way. You know, the players are sitting down there at 11-0, 12-0 now. First game, 15-1. But they've held their composure. They play their game. They do their best. And they don't resort to anything dirty.
Great sportsmanship this entire tournament as well.
And you see that coming up next. We have the Atlantic-Manitoba game at 6 o'clock. We are already over 6, so we are running a little bit behind on our schedule. But that game will follow immediately after this one. 20 seconds to go.
Team Ontario maintaining the puck in Saskatchewan side. Good pass over to 33.
Great work by Arnold taking the hit. Trying to find that puck. It is loose. And it's not going to be goal. She did figure out that it was behind her and just lay on that puck. Well done by Arnold. Wonderful play there. Went across the net, willing to take that hit. Couldn't find that puck, but still managed to stop that goal.
5 seconds left in the last faceoff. And Ontario goes for another shot in.
And that'll close us out on Game 5 of the 2025 Para Ice Hockey Championships. What did you think of that one, Logan?
It was an interesting game, I'll say that. Ontario played really well. They pass extremely well. And I'm excited for the next game.
Absolutely, I agree. I'd love to see Saskatchewan pick it up, as I said, and throughout this tournament, just get a little bit more cohesiveness. But they have impressed me with the play so far. And on Team Ontario, certainly picked it up in that game, and we'll see what they've got in their following one. Next up, as I said, 6 p.m. immediately following this one, Atlantic versus Manitoba. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in the next one.